Now, our group has gone on quite the epic adventure thus far, taking them from the northern town of Kent, where they originally came from, being chased by the mammoths into the dark tunnels below Mulgra with the mole miners that were there, to the highest peaks of the Skyrook Ridge, where they met the owl folk who had guided them on a quest to try and find some sort of clue as to what might drive the mammoths out of Wilderan. They now find themselves in the Dread Marshes, or should I say the edge of the Dread Marshes, the land of the lizard folk and crocodile people, where they have found, where at least one of the major problems that are currently happening. With the death of poor King Lions, the Gnolls, who otherwise made the Oceanic military, have started to expand by cutting into the Dread Marshes, and our heroes are in for a bit of a treat here. Now, as we come into today's game, we find ourselves at the edge of a log-cutting field. Many of the trees have been knocked down by the gnolls here, who have been using resources to try and build more and more war machines. Their hopes were to strike first and strike hard at the Kashinians to the south, while they are currently in the middle of a ceasefire due to the death of the king. The gnolls, though they may be a little bit more military-minded than the gnolls of that you might be familiar with, they have a great debt to pay to the Kingdom of Wilderan due to their aid in removing a curse from their people. Well, or at least the suppression of a curse. Now, this curse drove them all to a particular type of madness and made them susceptible to a number of different types of magic, one of which was cast by none other than our dear Puddles. Now, one of the gnolls, a taskmaster by the name of Drezzy, had come demanding an explanation to the presence of our group and the interruption of a hard day's labor by the gnolls. It was then Puddles cast her magic, their magic, and you watched as the gnoll began to laugh, rolling and roaring, but that laughter soon spread, not to one, not to two, but to a dozen of these other gnolls who began to laugh. And as they did so, their eyes began to twitch, and a manic look crossed their eyes as they became more primal. And it is here that we begin. Now, there's a twitching from Puddles' hat as we come into this battle. Puddles, you feel maybe a foot kind of pressing down on the top of your head.
Puddles will pull off their hat, their hat, and kind of swing it back, so that their arm is like laying over the edge of Mocha's mug, so that the foot is now sticking up.
Yeah, you see a foot covered in a sock, a white furred foot covered in a sock, and then it just kind of gets farted out of the hat, and it's just Fennick rolls a little bit. I'm ready. What's going on? Oh, all right. Oh, we're fighting. Okay, that's fine.
I'm ready. Welcome back, Fennick. What's going on?
All right. Well, Fennick, you can see around you a number of gnollish loggers, each dressed in kind of what you imagine a lumberjack to wear, with the plaited shirts, the kind of rustic hat, and the wood chopper's axe. Each of them kind of have one, and two soldiers who seem to sort of stare at you with these glazed, dazed eyes. Everyone around you appears to be in laughter.
What's so funny? Did they do something? I kind of look around, seeing if I messed up.
You cannot tell, but they all look like they're encroaching upon you like zombies. We are going to go into initiative. And we start with the gnoll.
Oh, no. No. They all got a 21? Oh, my God.
Well, not all of them.
Wow.
The two bosses didn't. All right. They begin to move, again, kind of very lumberish. They cannot attack in the first round, but they do close distance. As they laugh, they sort of start to salivate as they get closer to you. Their noses pricking up as they smell you nearby.
Don't smell us.
Oh, they do.
Come on, man. Ugh.
Now, it hasn't really been covered too deeply, but generally speaking, fish is the primary protein of choice in Wilderan because, of course, most other meats are considered to be too likened to various members of the society. This said, however, the gnolls were not always vegetarian, should we say. And you can see that look coming across their face as they make their way towards you. All right, Sorrel, you're up first.
Oh, right, yes. Sorrel kind of like looks around and goes, This is no good. Do I run or fight?
All right. Well, you actually have two things to be redeemed at the moment from the audience. The first is a insight check from Jasmine Bailey. Thank you, Jasmine. Your insight tells you the following. The curse is something that affects all gnolls. They have a madness within them that triggers very easily, but there is rumors that there is a way to regain their senses. A key word, a sound, a trigger, something snaps them back. Otherwise, they would be like the worst military in the world. Now, the second thing we got from the audience was a random plot twist from All Things Fantasy. So, very quickly, we get our deck of plot twists. We give it a good shuffly shuffle. And then we have... That's the wrong side, Michael. We have... Save the Day.
Ooh.
Now...
We suddenly
Sounds good.
learned what that trigger is.
Well, no, not quite. But you do know that a short distance to the south is actually where the fortress that the Gnoll live in. You're fairly confident that the people there may not have yet succumbed to the curse and may possibly possess a means of regaining their comrade's sanity. So that would probably be a good idea, if that is something you guys wish to pursue.
To the south?
To the south. That is along the... so let's have a quick look at Wilderan here. You guys are currently at the edge of the Dread Grove, right about here. So to the south is, of course, Moorgrave Keep, which is where you would find the Gnoll stronghold.
So we clean our way through these people, and then we head there.
Oh, yeah.
Puddles is still in Mocha's cup, but pulls their hat down and just kind of chuckles to themselves as they shrink down into the mug so that they can be safe.
Why do I sort of have this, like, you know, the kind of like that evil villain look, you know, like, this is your problem now.
You deal with it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, here we go.
Well, if we're fighting these guys instead of running away, then I will stab. I'll stab the one closest to me.
Very well.
None of us are in squares, so I don't know. Do I get a sneak attack?
Look, I don't like squares. Anyone who's role-played with me in real life knows that I hate squares.
Yeah, I'm not like huge fan. If it's just theater of the mind, I'm just like, is another enemy within 5 feet of the no, right? Done.
There you go.
So I'm going to stab south to Knoll 4, I think.
Okay. You stab, thrusting your blade into Knoll 4. You strike, finding purchase in his belly. The laugh is cut short. He takes 4
damage.
He takes 4 damage.
And then I'm going to... I don't like being between these two, like, gnolls like this. I'm going to bonus action disengage, but because I have nimbleness, which means I can move through the space of any creature size medium or larger. So I'm going to like
All right, very well. I'm going to get you to make me a acrobatics check as you attempt to dive beneath its feet. Okay. That is perfectly fine. As you duck between its feet, it leans forward, the knoll, and tries to snap at you. These razor-sharp teeth bite, narrowly missing you as you duck between its legs and appear behind. Mocha, you're up next. Now,
All right.
now close to you, you can see both Drezzy and Talbot just next to you. That is, of course, the guardsman who was really, really helpful early on, and the jerky McJerkface from the fort.
Yeah. Do they look... They look equally, basically, as menacing as these others at the moment, right?
Probably a little more menacing, if anything.
Okay. Then what Mocha's gonna do is take out the skillet, kind of hold it in both hands and focus a bit, and suddenly use Giant's Might, which I haven't used yet, and grow a size larger into a large size, technically.
Even bigger.
Yeah.
I
I'm
can push to the side.
And she's gonna basically take the space over here and
Watch the tail.
yeah, get on the other side of Fennick and threaten these three to keep them away from the others. Like, yeah, pick on someone a larger size than you. And she's going to swing for the jerk first. Like, wake up, boom.
Okay. You swing and release a powerful battle cry.
Hey, let's see. Which one is the... Wait, that's Drezzy... Was Talbot the one that...
Talbot was the friendly one. Drezzy was the jerk.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
And also, I get an extra D6.
Oh, sorry, you rolled damage, but not your attack.
Oh no! Wait, darn it!
It's fine.
Ah,
I'll leave the... Just roll the attack. If you hit, I'll leave the damage
Yep.
there.
There you go. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go.
Beautiful. All right.
Yep.
You swing with your skillet, and with a plang to his face, you smack Drezzy in the jaw.
I get to roll an extra D6 of damage from the Giant's Might.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Another 5.
5 points of damage. Nice. All right. Very well. Drezzy takes a heavy hit. His head reels backwards from the blow.
Tries to bonk him unconscious. Like, snap out of it.
All right. Next up is Fennick.
Fennick, seeing that this giant Mocha is going down on this guy, I go like, okay, and he jumps into the bush and pokes out behind him. If I can go, can I go behind him?
That's a fallen tree, but yes, you can.
Okay, I go into the leaves of the fallen tree and I immediately come out behind him and I go, hoo, and I'm gonna do my first 2 hits with advantage. Right?
All right. Yeah, very well. As you emerge from the tree.
Can I flank him? Yeah.
Yeah, you absolutely. You have advantage from flanking, and you.
Yeah, I hit him once with my quarterstaff and then once with my hand.
Nice. Make your attack.
Okay. So with advantage on Drezzy, does a 19 hit? Yeah, it hits.
Oh yeah, that hits.
I do 7 damage to him, and then I do my second hit with my hand. That does not. Oh, I have advantage, right?
You do have advantage.
I forgot. Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
Does that, and then I'm gonna use one of my points of ki to do another hit because I have flurry of blows. Oh wait, I'm gonna put the advantage on because I didn't before.
I'm gonna do every attack I do is non-lethal. She just wants
me too. I'm not trying to
up.
kill this guy.
Sure.
I'm not trying to kill this guy. That hits, so it's 5 and then I'm gonna use my ability, because when I hit someone with my flurry of blows, I kind of give him a big push, and like the sound of a bear growl, he like cracks through the air, and he's pushed 5 feet behind, like in front of me, and like
Oh, hang on,
pounces
no,
on Mocha.
I got it. So as you raise your fist in the air, you go to punch him.
Yeah, and he needs to do a dex save basically, or fall prone.
All right, nice. Dex save is 17.
It passes, yeah.
All right.
Darn it.
That's all right. After a flurry of massive blows from Fennick, we go to Puddles, who is wrapped around Mocha's mug around her neck.
Puddles, so I'm not sure how this is gonna work. But I would like to attempt to utilize Puddles gonna start playing a song on their banjo as they're crouched inside the mug. I'm assuming that's like 3/4 cover because Puddles is in the mug. And start playing a melody on the changing the song from How Dry I Am to something a little bit less like wordy, and like kind of something. I want to say it would be something like the Haberdashery theme song, but what I would like to do is use Tales from Beyond as the bestowed tale as my action, to attempt to tell a tale through music without words, to kind of give them like my goal is to have Puddles maybe reach out or play a song, because I want it to be from the Haberdashery God, to kind of get them to calm down a little bit, because Puddles kind of feels a little guilty, but not really, that they're like this. But to bestow the tale to kind of get the Haberdashery God to like enlighten them on their behavior. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to bestow a. Does that make sense?
I think I get where you're coming from. All right, make a perform check.
Okay, so the bestowed tale. You want me to do performance?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Or is that actually an ability you have?
Bestow tale is an action. If it requires a saving throw, it just says if it requires a saving throw, the DC is 12. That's all it says. But once I don't mind, I'll do performance. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Natural 1, but also as my bonus action, I'm hoping that this music, given that Mocha has heard it often, because Puddles tries to sing all the time, Puddles is going to, as my bonus action, kind of wiggle around in the mug, and kind of call out to Mocha. Nobody knows how amazing you are but me. I know that you're going to handle this with style and grace. So I want to inspire her.
Very well. While the gnolls are not moved by your music, in Mocha, you definitely feel that friendship and warmth that comes from your dearest friend wrapped around your neck. The gnoll Drezzy sort of puts his hands to his ears to block out the awful droning of Puddles' song, before reaching around to his back and pulling out his own banjo. This banjo looks a little different, though. It appears to be a battle axe. However, it seems to have several strings strummed across the face of it and down the haft. As he begins, he starts to slap the edges of the axe and then runs his fingers across the strings. And as he does this, you can see that Talbot suddenly becomes enraged. His hair sort of stands on ends, and his hunch grows larger. Because Drezzy is a bard also. Alright. Drezzy will then cast Inspire Courage on Talbot as well.
Wow.
Alright. Talbot, who is currently rampaging. Oh no. Talbot, while he is rampaging, cannot be rendered unconscious. You actually need to stop Drezzy from playing, otherwise Talbot will go well and truly beyond his body's capabilities, to the point where his body will fall apart before he will lose consciousness. He takes out his long glaive and swings it at the largest target he can see, Mocha.
Mocha, yeah.
18 to hit.
Yep. I believe so. But actually, I would like to use my reaction
Let me
to
just lower this music real quick.
Yep.
I mean, it's great, but I can't hear you. Okay, yep.
Oh yeah. I'd like to use my reaction to flare the cloud rune on the skillet, and suddenly that attack goes to Drezzy.
Very nice.
Current creature within 30 feet.
That's
Chosen creature
cool.
becomes the target of the attack using the same roll. The magic can transfer the attack's effects regardless of the attack's range.
Very nice. All right. As your skillet rebounds, it does indeed strike Drezzy, and Drezzy takes 11 damage from the hit.
False unconscious. Can you imagine she's false unconscious?
I think the term is, I am rubber and you are glue.
Yeah.
All right. He does have multi-attack, so he is going to use it to strike a second time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, I should have saved that.
Yeah.
Well.
All right. Mocha, he does not take kindly to that. And 14 points of damage after he swings and he hits Drezzy. You notice that he doesn't seem to stop. His arm almost continues hacking like it's just one fluid motion. And the second hit plants itself deep into your forearm as you kind of try to defend yourself. All right.
DM, I have a question. I have 3 points of damage on me. Should I have that still from...
Oh, no, you should not.
Okay.
Okay, the gnolls. They start to bang their heads and need to make wisdom saving throws. He does not move. The second gnoll. Wisdom save. He does move. He will try to bite. He'll try to bite the little puddles inside of the jar. Oh, he will not. He goes to bite. He just bites on this metal cup.
Hey,
Puddles, you can have a free
that's
attack on him.
unhygienic.
You can have a free attack on him if you'd like.
Oh, Puddles is going to. Which one is that? Null 2.
Yeah.
As soon as Puddles sees like the mouth like closing over the top of the mug, Puddles is gonna shove their rapier upwards. Be like, "What are you doing? Why are you attacking me?
Oh no, think.
Don't eat my mug!"
All right, so think you're on the top of the mug, and its teeth are kind of that way on the mug, so you can kind of like poke down on its face.
Get out of my lawn.
I'm sorry. Puddles is inside the mug.
Yeah. So mug, and he's. Why is that way? That's why he missed, because he's dumb.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then Puddles will just reach out and kind of poke at it.
All right.
Here.
Doink.
Here.
He's gonna ruin
Puddles
your.
is gonna.
He's gonna ruin your
Yep.
bathtub. Dude. He's gonna scratch it.
Very
Yeah.
nice. You poke him in his whiskers.
Puddles is not cool with that.
Nice.
Clean it up later, Puddles. That's not very sanitary.
Yeah.
I'll
Dribble
clean it up.
mug. Thank you.
Rub some alcohol on it.
All right. The next Noel. Let's see how your wisdom saving goes. He is fine. He will go and attack Sorrel. Attempting a bite attack. Ow. He misses. The next Noel. They're not smart enough to flank, so he is going to make a wisdom save. No, he's not. He's going to just start headbanging. The other Noel. Also headbanging. Where are my rolls going? The DC is not high, gentlemen. All right.
I've seen this
Sorrel.
animated emote.
Where's just that cool?
Who's
Did you think
carrying
about
the
that?
bag of holding?
You are?
Yeah, you.
I am. Right. So
Yeah,
Sorrel,
Puddles gave it
Sorrel,
to you.
Sorrel's gonna reach into said bag of holdings and pull out a handful of snakes and throw them at the two gnolls that are currently in front of her, or between them, just on the ground at their feet or whatever. And then she's gonna bonus action disengage. How steep is this drop here at the side?
How steep is the drop?
Yeah. Like
let's
how
see.
how far down is it?
Let's say it's like 10 foot.
Okay, and I'm gonna leap off the edge. So I have fearless leap.
All right, you can land in one of the trees.
Distance is doubled. Falling
Yeah.
damage is halved. Yes.
No, that's fine. And you can land in a bush, so you won't take any damage. That's perfectly fine as you leap away. All right, Mocha.
All right. Gonna keep going for the bard, especially after what he did, because her immediate thought is, "Oh shit, this happened to the well, people went feral in that vision that they had, and like that's very bad." So going to try again
Here we go.
against Drezzy.
All right, against
That's
Drezzy,
worth
make your
it.
attack.
You have advantage.
You do have
Oh, I
advantage.
do? Hey,
You're flanking.
right. Thank you. Let me redo that.
Huddle buddies.
E.
Nice. You managed to hit.
Nice. Non-lethally. Remember, she
Non-lethal.
said non-lethally.
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
And then an extra d6 for the giant smite.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
Knock him on his
Ugh.
butt.
Oh, sick. Wait, why is that not right? I rolled another 6. It's not showing up though.
Try it again.
Come on.
In the chat box.
Right.
6.
There we go.
Nice.
Now it worked.
Whoa.
Hey!
Another
right.
6. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Nice.
That
All right.
guy really wanted it to roll a 6 on that attack.
Thank you, Die.
All right. Another massive smack against Drezzy.
Yeah.
Drezzy is not looking great, but he is still standing as we go towards Fennick.
I see. So you're a spellcaster like my friend Puddles. Well, I will be casting Fist. And I'm gonna hit him twice.
Feast!
I cast Smack in your face.
I first I hit him with a quarterstaff, so I'm technically not casting fist.
No, that's
yet.
true. That's true.
Wow.
Ooh,
but I have
nice
advantage,
hit.
So just in case. Okay, no, yeah. I'm gonna do a 1d8 plus 3. That is. Ooh, okay, so he's knocked down on his butt.
He is indeed. Drezzy is knocked down as you manage to knock him down. The music fades as he hits the ground.
Yeah. I basically I round a little bit around him and I jump, kick him, and I spin like I spin like a cord, and I jump directly into his friend, like the back of his friend. With that jump, like I impulse myself into that place, and I'm gonna do a flurry of blows to his friend.
All right, make your attack.
Yeah, I will with advantage again because I'm super cool like that. This is an armed strike though. Wait, give me a second. I can't see him. There we go. First, no, wait, I rolled damage for some reason.
You roll damage first, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
Yeah.
you're excited.
Been there.
Well, I mean, I hit anyway.
That's fine.
because I'm
Yeah,
super
that's
cool
fine.
and
All
I
right.
know that.
So from behind you, manage
Yeah,
to slap
first-
him with a heavy palm strike.
Oh, almost not 20.
you'll only get,
that was so close.
You'll only get 2 attacks. 'Cause-
Flurry. I did
No,
flurry
because you
of
have to
blows.
move. Because one of your actions, you'll have to move from where you were to here.
Yeah, it's my movement. Then with my bonus action, I do flurry of blows and I hit him twice.
Oh, do you hit twice with flurry of blows when you use a bonus action? I thought it was always once.
No, that once is with if I don't do flurry of blows. But if I
right.
use a key point to do flurry of blows.
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you. I know how to play Dungeons and Dragons.
There we go. And then with my ability, I try to knock him prone, so he has to do a dex save. Or be knocked prone.
I see how it is.
The DC is
6? Yeah, it's 6.
13.
Thanks. That's
Yeah,
no, he's not
he's
prone.
prone.
All right.
You tiny baby. You tiny big baby. And that's it.
All right,
prone.
Puddles, you're up next.
Puddles is going to peek out over the lip of the mug, look at Talbot, and start whispering, more like croaking, some very laced words, but kind of like a very discordant melody, but only Talbot will hear this. So I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on Talbot to laced with some insults and language that people who know Puddles knows that Puddles wouldn't say this very often, but since nobody could hear it, Puddles is going to town. So I cast that there.
All right,
on
he
him
does make his
for
will
you.
save.
He makes it save. Okay. So hold on. Okay, so it's only on a failed save. On successful save, you take half the damage.
Very
So
well.
half
You
the
should be able to
damage-
roll the damage straight onto him, and it should halve it for you.
Yep. Hold on. It doesn't give me the. Hold on. Damage 3d6. There we go. There we go.
Ooh.
But yeah, so on a successful save, he doesn't have to move away. But yeah, but Puddles is like, he is doing his best to strike fear into Talbot. Trying to just fear.
Very well. You attempt to strike fear in the heart of Talbot, but Talbot's mind is not his own. He is unshaken by your words and by your nasty grung language. But yes, he does, however, still feel the impact of your spell. All right. Next up is Talbot, who will take an action to stand up. Which I believe will allow him to then be able to strike without disadvantage. But he is no longer rampaging. All right. He is going to try and strike at Fennick, who is standing behind him.
Bring it. No, don't.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ouch. I'm going to try to do a dex save to see if I can avoid it with my quick reflex.
Yeah, by all means.
Oh, so close, but no.
Close, but no cigar as...
No, close, but no dice. That's
Close, but no
perfect
dice.
play.
There you go.
Ouch.
13
no.
points.
He whacked me. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yeah. Talbot.
Like do you still have my left ear? Do you still have my left? I kind of touch my left ear to see if he's still there.
You feel it. For a moment, it's not there. You're like, oh my god, he took off my ear. And you realize you've just done what foxes do and you kind of bent it back.
Yeah.
And then it just pops back up.
That's great because I do need it to listen to things.
All right. The Knoll. With the music no longer distracting them, they rush. The first Knoll will rush at Fennick and will miss his attack. The second...
This time I do duck. I go, oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Are they affected at all by the snakes after with them? I suppose to make a difference.
Oh, I thought, did you throw them at the ones up there or the ones that you were next to?
I know, it was 4 and 3, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't think you threw it at the other two. I was like, all right. So that is an 18 to hit Mocha.
Mm-hmm.
That does not hit.
Mocha is the proud owner of 6 points of damage as one of the gnolls bite into her leg. These two gnolls are distracted as snakes seem to be running over them. They are biting at the snakes and they are laughing and they're trying their best to keep it together.
They're having a great old time.
Yeah, there they go. All right. This gnoll will go for Mocha as well.
You know those guys, when we are heroes and save the realm, they're gonna be like, yeah, I bit on the spiders or snakes. The snakes of the heroes, dude. Yeah, I munched on them too. They're blessed or something.
They tasted like heroes.
Yes, like snaky heroes.
All right, Sorrel, it is your turn.
Let's see here. Cutting action allows me to dash, disengage, or hide. Sorrel is going to she doesn't totally want to abandon her friends, but you can't non-lethally stab someone with a rapier. It's I suppose you could stab them in the foot, but eventually so Sarah's going to cast Disguise Self, and she's going to turn herself into a gnoll, and then using her bonus action to dash as well. She's kind of going to come around here, and she's just going to laugh maniacally and pretend to be a crazy gnoll.
Okay, you begin to laugh, pretending to be a crazy gnoll. Make a bluff check.
Bluff. Deception.
Deception,
Yeah.
sorry.
Wow, that 3.
What does the little star next to my character mean?
It means you have inspiration.
Okay, so what does that do?
Speaking
again?
of,
D6, right? You can add a D6.
Add a
yes.
D6 if you need.
You can add a D6, yes.
Cool. That's really cool, actually.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's not a D6. You can roll with advantage.
Oh, that's a DM thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, DM inspiration. Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
you
Oh,
have the
that's so good, dude.
Okay, I'll
Holy
do that
moly.
just to be on the safe side. I'm glad I did.
Very nice.
That could have been real bad.
Yeah.
All right. All right. With an 18,
you're
they
like
believe wholeheartedly
you're-
that you are that you are indeed a gnoll and pay you no heed. We have a redeemed plot twist card from Immersion Diversion.
Ooh.
Should also
They were
have one
faking it
for
the whole
me.
time.
Oh, do we have one for you?
Yeah.
How did I miss it? Come here, you cheeky mongrel. Oh, that's why. Okay. 1 second. There we go. Let's see. Do I need to catch up on anything else? 1 second. Yep. Tell myself to give me a second. There we go. Thank you. Stream manager. All I want is just for you to show me all this stuff. Random plot twist. Yes, yes, yes. Inside check. Random plot twist. Cool. Okay, cool. We're all up to speed. All right, here we go. 2 random plot twists. Plot twist number 1 is away with words. You will receive a +10 diplomacy check on your next persuasion check.
Nice.
Ooh.
And following which is... Huh.
You get disadvantage on diplomacy
Get
checks.
disadvantage. All right, here we go.
Balance this out.
Karma.
Ooh, the parting of ways. So that's the second one. Okay,
That was a
interesting.
sad Doctor Who episode.
The party
Interesting.
disbands. The game is over. We lose.
Yeah, that's it. That's what happens. All right. Okay. No, I like this. I'll need to. I'll need to have a think on that one. That one's a bit tricky, but
Okay.
you know what? No. Here's what'll happen. These 2 gnolls that begin to laugh as they're eating and destroying the snakes. One of them grabs onto a snake, and you kind of see this Lady and the Tramp moment where they're eating a snake together, and as they do so, they start to fight and they start to pull against each other. Eventually, they start to punch each other, and eventually they have an argument and they both leave.
Wow, this Disney remake was terrible. They destroyed the original story.
Yep,
There weren't even dogs. They were like hyenas or something.
that's true. That's true.
Just watching one and go, I never liked you anyway.
Yeah, it's pretty much it.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go.
Your laugh is dumb. No, your laugh is dumb.
All right, so there we go. We have some random plot twist that's been thrown in.
Some drama. Yeah.
Some drama.
Good
Yep.
old drama.
We'll come back to the days of our no lives next week. All right, so Sorrel, you've disguised yourself and moved up. We then go to Mocha.
Beat him up.
Yep. I still have advantage on this because flanking, right? With
Mm-hmm.
Talbot?
You are
Alright.
very damaged.
Yeah.
Like, really.
Yeah. First things first. Bonus action. I'm going to second wind.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you can do that. So
Yep.
fighters are so good at fighting, dude. Who would have thought?
Ooh, that's good too.
Nice. You heal 12
right.
hit points.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's just gonna like take the thing, take a couple of deep breaths. Sorry about this, Talbot. We know you're not a bad guy. And then gonna boom.
All right.
Is he though?
Bring the boom.
Well, he was the one who helped us. He was very kind to us last time,
I
but now
was
he's
in a-
kind
I
of
was
crazy.
in a hat, and
I
there
know.
were so many socks, and then I
Yeah.
heard something about you were right and I was wrong, and then I come out and he's attacking us. So I don't know. He almost killed me. So
He was okay.
from my
I keep forgetting
perspective,
to-
It's true. It's not untrue.
One more thing, cause
from my perspective, he doesn't seem really nice. I don't know, but he,
oh, okay. So hit.
All right. So that's a
Yay.
that's a hit.
oh. Yeah,
And-
but doesn't she have advantage because
She did.
Yeah, that was advantage. I just
Yeah,
rolled just in
awesome.
case I crit.
Just so you know, down the bottom you can have there's a little advantage disadvantage button too.
Right, I completely forgot.
Okay.
I mean it's so tiny and it
And then
deactivates
an
every time I roll.
extra 3.
All right, an extra 3 points of damage. All right, Talbot is looking unwell as he suffers another massive blow from the enlarged skillet.
How many times can you enlarge yourself a day?
Proficiency modifier.
That's so good.
All right, Fennick.
Oh, I want to do that. Oh, yeah. All right.
Fennick,
pushed
roll
off.
a
Forgot.
d10.
Oh. 10.
All right, you heal 13 hit points and are back to full health as one of the audience members has given us second wind, which I'm going to apply to you. So you have second wind. You got to use it.
feel. I see Mocha and I go like, oh, cool.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
this. I go like, oh, I will never do that ever again. Now, I proceed to never use this ability. I just
Ever
learned.
again, yeah,
And
yeah.
ever
Teamwork
again.
makes the dream work.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hit I'm gonna hit this dude. It's Talbot. No, wait. She didn't down him yet. Okay, I'm gonna go again. A quarterstaff and a hit. Actions, quarters, advantage. I gotta remember.
Ah! Whoosh.
Whoa!
Oh,
I
sadness.
completely whiffed it. Okay,
Talbot,
and I go like,
as you do so, Talbot uses his spear and just sort of goes and blocks you. Not even gonna
that's
say you
not
missed.
Fair. I'm gonna punch him in the lower part of the stomach, like the sweet spot.
All right. You go to
Oh, wait,
punch him in the stomach.
advantage. Yeah. Die. Nice person.
Not die, please.
Oh yeah, non-lethal, platonic die.
Non-lethal die.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. A solid hit in his sternum sends a shockwave through his body for 4 damage.
And I'm gonna. You see like the spirits of a bear appears like a stand from JoJo, like behind me. And roars, and he needs to do a con save or be stunned. That's my last key point for their short rest.
All right.
Until I
So
do short rest.
as you sort of enter your kata and then follow through the motions, behind you the spirit of a bear just sort of grows
Polar
up.
bear.
Polar bear, yeah, polar bear.
Yeah, like the Disney movie, but called there.
And as you thrust your attack forward, he makes a Constitution saving throw, which passes.
Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't want him to be stunned anyways. I'm super cool.
Yeah, that's it. You're cool that way. Yeah,
I
just so cool
think
that
I
way.
was like, I don't care. I mean, I could have stunned you if I wanted to. And that's my turn.
All right, Puddles.
Puddles is kind of tilting. You can hear Puddles like take this like huge, like really, really huge deep breath. And then as Puddles takes this really, really deep breath, Puddles reaches up and out and kind of grabs onto Mocha's neck from where the chain that the mug hangs on is, and kind of tries to like gently pet Mocha as Puddles exhales this giant green heart-shaped bubble. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds and try not to make it pop in her face, but close enough.
All right,
Oh,
very nice.
fully healed.
Yep. All right,
Thanks,
Mocha.
And
Puddles.
that's the Puddles will just sorry, I'll clean up the mug later. And duck
It's
back,
okay.
back down
Appreciate
into
it.
the mug.
All right. Talbot. Oh, Talbot doesn't like things. He is being beaten up. Currently, Mocha, you are dealing the most amount of damage, so he is going to focus on you with a glaive strike yet again. Oh, come now. Oh, that's fine. So 25 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think that hits, Mocha.
No.
Check your
Alright.
AC. I don't think that. I don't think that
Alright.
goes through.
7 points of damage, and with multi-attack.
That's where I was right before the your wounds.
Oh, that's still a hit.
Yep.
All right. And that is another 7 points of damage. So 2 massive blows from his long spear-like weapon that thrusts into you. And as it cuts into you, you realize that there is a reason why the Knoll are the military force in the Navy. They are very skilled fighters. These
They're
gnolls, however,
cheaters.
like cheaters.
They're cheating. We would have won immediately, but they're cheating somehow.
Okay,
We're
well,
super good at what we do.
okay, well, this guy is gonna hit you with a spear, but that spear is actually a woodsman's axe.
Just kind of like, I could have stunned you. Ugh. Oh, wait.
He will miss.
And he's kind of avoided, yeah.
The second one will do the same.
Oh, come on now.
Oh,
This is
his axe
ridiculous.
breaks. You kind of use your martial arts and go, huh, and you hit like the bottom of the
Yeah.
axe, and you cause the axe head to snap off.
You go like, come on, man. I mean, this is ridiculous. Stop trying to hit me. You're not going to hit me.
All right, where'd the other guy go?
Wait, how much? What's my AC, actually?
He's gone.
Oh, that's low. Ugh.
Yeah, well,
Actually-
maybe he should be here. I thought he was here. He's there. I feel like he vanished, but that's fine. All right, the one adjacent to Talbot is going to try and bite Mocha.
Ooh, yep.
It does indeed hit for 6 damage. They have not rolled less than 6 every time they've hit. All right, so Mocha, you're being attacked from all sides. Fennick, you've managed to fend them off for the most part. Sorrel, we come back to your turn. As we do so, however, you get a fleeting glimpse of what looks to be banners on the horizon. Several large banners of the fortress seem to be coming from that direction, from the south. You see them blowing in the wind.
Right.
Is this good or bad?
So still laughing and cackling, like because she still looks like a gnoll. Does it take concentration that spell? Sky self. No,
I'm gonna
it just
say it
lasts
doesn't.
an hour. Okay,
Yeah.
it just lasts an hour. So I'm going to cast silent image 30 feet in the direction that these banners are.
Mhm.
And I'm going to do like a dia or food to a gnoll, I guess, especially a gnoll that's, I guess, cursed, so they've gone back to being primal. So like, yeah, a deer or something like that. It's still cackling. I'm kind of going to wander up to them and just say like, hey, see, look, that's much easier food. This one, that one doesn't hit back. And like trying to convince them to go after the deer instead.
You realize that up until this point, the gnoll in the maddened state don't seem to speak.
Ah. Oh well. We'll try.
It was. All right, very well. You create a deer. Mocha, it is your turn.
All right. Actually, Mocha's gonna try something different because she got stabbed a couple times, and she doesn't like how potent this thing is that Talbot has. So what she would like to do is like stop that, and she's gonna try to grab hold of the glaive and rip it out of his hand and like throw it off the cliff behind, like yeet it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, make an athletics check as you attempt to disarm Talbot.
Because I'm large, I have advantage on that.
Let's see.
Grab.
Can she reroll checks, strength checks as a fighter? Is that a thing that
No.
fighters can do?
Don't
Okay.
forget you have inspiration.
Yes,
That's
I
true.
know. That's what I was going for in case this misses. Let me grab that. Oh, how
Oh,
about
yeah.
a 23?
All right, you grab his glaive off him, wrenching it from his hands, and throw it off a nearby cliff.
About how you know. Yeet.
Picks it up with 2 fingers, throws it, chucks it. like a toothpick chucks.
Yep. And I would like to action surge and whack him.
All right, whack
I
away.
was going to action surge and then yeet him off the cliff.
She doesn't kill him.
I throw his
You can't
his
not
arm-
lethally throw someone off of a cliff.
It's true.
Action search. I throw him now. It's like, oh, okay.
As much as I want to, because I'm hilarious, she's not gonna try to kill him.
You could though. You know you could, right?
No. Oh, right. That's the wrong thing. Let me not do that. My skillet. Sorry, Talbot.
Oof. Another heavy hit to the head.
That's
And
amazing.
another d6. Another 6.
Oh.
You're on
Tell-
fire today. That's a 4, a 5, and a 6.
They're like, Mom! Boom!
Oh yeah, Talbot is getting the absolute snot knocked around out of him as we go to Fennick. Fennick, you're watching Mocha just open up on Talbot.
Yeah, I mean, I
Give
like
me
to
that.
imagine like I hit him in the stomach, and I go, "Yeah, does that hurt?" And then Mocha turns him around, takes it down, flicks it away, hits him a couple of times, and I go like, "Okay, Mocha, you got this." And I turn around and I go against the other gnolls instead. I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna hit this one. Yeah,
Yep.
he can get an attack opportunity. I mean, if he wants to. I'm gonna hit this one with advantage. Try
Talbot
me.
will as well.
Okay.
Talbot will bite you.
He will. He actually will.
And
Ouch.
he will do 5 damage, and then that gnoll will bite you.
That hurts. That. Ouch. Why would you?
All right, as
Ouch.
you attempt to move away, they both just start biting and gnawing at you. One more gnoll gets an attack.
Wait,
That's
who
Fennick.
else gets an attack on me?
This one. Yeah.
Ooh.
Hell.
Yeah, you had 3 gnolls
Ouch.
next to you. That's only 3 damage. All right.
Ow, 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 ow. Stop it, stop it, stop it.
Yep, they're basically just
Good
biting you from all angles. Like, you're missing bits of hair now, and some of your clothes have been nipped at.
You get
I
out of there.
remember. It's like playing with my little brothers again. I want to hit this one. Oh, I have advantage. Wait. Yeah, that's right.
Yep, because you're still flanking.
I
with
remembered.
Sorrel.
I remembered. I don't forget.
All right.
I think
Solid
it
hit.
hits.
Yeah, solid hit.
Yeah.
Solid hit.
Ooh,
5
and
damage.
then I'm gonna do my unarmed strike on this dude. And oh wait, I have advantage actually.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting. Oh no, never mind. It doesn't
Oh.
Still
even
gonna
matter.
miss.
So I hit him once, and then I go to do a kick, and like my bite, like, the bite that I have on my side hurts, and I go ow, and I kind of fall to the ground, and I didn't hear no bell. I'm still here, and I failed my attack with advantage. Oh no!
Oh man. Puddles.
If Mom could see me now, she would be so mad.
You look up in the sky. There's like a Mufasa cloud of your mom, just sort of with her arms crossed.
Yeah, like you can't even hit a knoll. Like, no, it's like a whole deal.
Puddles seeing Fennick, like hearing Fennick, like pokes
Hallucinate.
their head out, and then it's like sees Fennick like grabbing his side, and Puddles like takes another big deep breath, and then 2 little hearts float out of their pipe towards Fennick, and Puddles
Talbot jumps into
says-
them.
Talbot's gonna jump into them.
No, I'm joking. It's fine. It's-
Oh.
Can you
Puddles-
imagine though?
Puddles is just going to like exhale and try to push the bubbles towards Fennick. I'm gonna cast Healing Word at 2nd level.
Nice. All right.
Cool. Nice.
All right. That is 8 points of healing. Fennick, you are starting to feel your bones begin to mend, and the bite marks start to fade very quickly.
Yay,
And then Puddles is gonna shout out, Fennick, did you just get? Well, I don't know. What's Nick Nold? And then Puddles will say,
Oh my god.
and then Puddles will like play their banjo and start playing the the infamous song that it is, and say, "It's all right. You may have you may need to sock it to him if you take it off your foot. You might do a little bit better. I have faith in you. Oh, did I mention you were right?" And then Puddles will dip back down as they try to inspire Fennick.
Is it wrong to want to drink wine at 8 a.m. to deal with this?
Not really. Not really.
I'm going straight for the gin after this. These puns are killing me. You've no idea.
All right. You feel inspired, Fennick, by Puddles' words, as well as the song that you now have being played for you. As we go to Talbot. Talbot will take his leave, and as a bonus action will disengage. No, actually, no, it's not going to help. Yeah, he's going to disengage. So he's going to kind of go up here, but there's not enough map. So he's a little bit further north than that, but that's fine. No, actually, no. He's going to... No. Talbot does not run. Talbot is a proud, knowledge warrior. He's going to bite you. All right, here he goes. Oh, no, he doesn't. There goes the map. 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Wait, who?
Mocha.
Yep.
All right. As he goes to bite you, all of a sudden, a shrill whistle can be heard through the air. And as this happens, the gnolls suddenly drop to the ground and begin to writhe in pain.
Yeah, that was me, guys. Don't worry about it. I got it handled.
Are you a ventriloquist now, Fennick? I didn't see your lips move at all.
Oh no, it wasn't from my... You know what? Actually, it wasn't me. I was going to say something really dumb.
All right.
Talbot, you okay?
Are we still fighting? I kind of looked down.
You are
we
not
still
fighting.
or like...
All right.
You know, I'm asking
Lightly
him,
poke.
like, are we... Yeah, like, do you want to... You can bite me if you want. I'm sorry I complained before. We can still fight if you want. Are you okay?
All right.
Flip the skill around, lightly poke.
Coming from further down south, you can see that riding atop several horses with banners raised into the southerly winds, you can see a gnoll who seems to be dressed in heavy armored attire. He seems to be riding at the front of what appears to be a group of marine soldiers. And as they blow the whistle, they sort of separate and seem to go and basically be blowing this noise around the loggers as they make their way. The person that arrives is this gentleman that you can see in front of you. As he steps forward, he removes himself from his horse, and he says, "Now what in blue blazes is going on here?"
Thanks for that. They all just started, cackling, and then it got kind of scary.
The other gnolls that are on the ground seem to kind of still be kind of whining. "Quick, we have to help them." And the gnoll guard immediately grab hold of the lumberers and the various other gnolls that are here and begin to sort of put them onto the horses. The man that steps forward says, "I'm sorry if my kin brought you any trouble. My name is Commander Argentus. Who might I be addressing?"
Paul's gonna pop up out of the mug, lower their hats in a very kind of like pop their head out and kind of tilts it like cant their head respectfully as they kind of wave their hat and say, "Oh, Commander, you look like a very commanding person. You have a very..." And then Puddles is going to look around for Sorrel. "Are you single?
Yes, I am.
Are you looking for love?"
Well, my true love is the ocean, but I hope that one day, once my service is done, to settle down with a beautiful woman and raise a family of my own.
In the background, you just
Hi.
see a gnoll just tiptoe into the nearest bush. A squirrel comes out the other side of its hands and its pocket,
But,
just whistling casually as it tries to walk away.
But this being the case, perhaps one could explain what happened here. Were we attacked? Have the Kashinians broken the accord? I knew it. Damn Kashinians.
Oh, no, nothing like that. Hi, by the way, I'm
No.
Mocha. As Mocha shrinks down back to her normal large size. We were trying to figure out what was going on here, and I guess things happened, and they started laughing a lot, and then pointing at the two, and then pointing at everybody else. Then they started laughing, and and then they got all kind of crazy on us.
Poor
Yeah, I
things.
missed the joke because I don't know what was so funny, to be fair. Like,
Well, it is a good thing that we arrived when we did. The gnolls under the madness are not to be trifled with. But I'm glad that you're safe, and this is far too epic a music for what I was after. I just want nice hero music. Is that too much to ask?
Fennick just kind of goes like, we were kind of beating their asses though, so like, we didn't need help, but like, okay. It just doesn't
Here
take
we
any.
go. Let's try this. Come on, you.
Seeing Sorrel, Puddles is going to say, "Hey, Sorrel, this one's single, and he's a commander."
Probably has a lot of money and food.
You don't see Sorrel.
We don't see
Did-
Sorrel, who
Did she stealth
came out,
away?
came out of the. Didn't she come out of the bush whistling?
No, she was a gnoll. She went into a bush.
Yeah, she said she came out of the bush and we saw a squirrel.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, sorry, I missed that. Yes,
yeah.
then yes.
Yeah.
Hit the bush as the knoll, and then came out as Sorrel.
All right. Yeah, Sorrel, you hear them calling for you?
You see Sorrel, who's just been trying to casually walk away, just shoulder slump. She turns around and comes towards his back. Says like, I was nearly away there. Hello, she says to the commander.
He sort of bows respectfully. Salutations. But I'm just grateful that you weren't hurt in the commotion. You all seem quite capable if you were able to defend yourselves without doing too much harm to my kin. For that I am appreciative.
Yeah, like, we could have super murdered them, but Mocha didn't want to, so I kind of took the hint. But yeah, you're welcome.
He
A couple of them went off. One in that direction and one in that direction. They had a wee falling out over some snakes.
You can basically see with all the guards that are moving through, they're actually taking care of a whole bunch of them. So yeah, there are some in those directions. He says, "Thank you. We'll look into it. In the meantime, are you injured? Do you require treatment? We can take you back to the fort and see to your wounds so that you may be on your way."
Ooh, actually,
I'll go with 2 stab wounds.
I look at him, right? He's way taller than me, right? Like, he's
Yeah.
way bigger.
He's about 5'8". He's not overly
Okay.
tall. Yeah, he's not overly tall.
So I look at, actually, because we kind of like handled this situation pretty professionally, would you have an extra horse you could give us or something? We do have a long road ahead and a very important mission to save the realm. So we would appreciate like any help you could give us.
Important mission to save the
Puddles-
realm, you say?
Yeah.
Puddles is gonna
So give us
stage
a horse,
whisper to
man.
Sorrel. Sorrel, is this the guy we need to talk to? Your future husband?
We're kind of coming to see you. You run that wee fort down. Well, I mean, it's a lovely fort, but you run it. Yeah, correct?
Yes. Well, my father does, but he is currently indisposed.
Right. Well,
It's in the
we're just
bathroom,
kind of
okay.
wondering what you needed all this amount of wood for. And yeah,
Well,
I'm just really sad you've cut down a whole forest.
he stops for a moment. You can kind of tell he's pondering to himself the very same thing that he said before. The Gnolls themselves are a military group. They don't answer to anyone. But he looks at you and realizes that you could have done a lot of harm here, and you've chosen not to. And he is, as of right now, unaware that you were the cause of said kerfuffle. He says, "Very well. I will tell you what we're doing here, but in exchange, I want to hear more about this saving the world nonsense."
Right, deal.
Not nonsense.
It's not, wait, whoa.
What?
Dude,
Let him
it's not-
speak.
He-
We'll have our turn at the end.
He turns and he gets on his horse and he guides you back to the keep. Now, standing in front of you is an immense structure built of stone into the side of a cliff. The upper levels create several-story ramparts that look out over the separated beaches between Wilderan and Kashinia, I guess the Oriental or the Asian-themed nations of animal folks. There are a number of ports built into the base of the cliff, indicating that the barracks and likely the shipyards are all built into the stones and rocks beneath your very feet. A large contingent of boats moored in the docks here, and you can see, as far as the eye can stretch, cannon batteries along the entire coast, all armed with very vicious-looking gnoll heads for the cannon heads jutting out of the sides of the rock. As you arrive, he invites you to sit with him in the main greeting chambers. It's kind of almost like a giant table that is hexagonal in shape. He sits in a large chair and invites you to take a seat across from him. Several refreshments and beverages, as well as small snacks, are provided for you as you take a seat.
Mocha sits down in this. Probably the chair creaks a little bit.
Actually, these chairs are well suited for someone of your stature.
Oh.
Nice. I kind of sit and I
She's
look
not
at
used to
him
that.
and
She was
I go,
expecting the creak, and then, whoa, these are really good chairs.
Yeah, who made them?
Puddles is gonna start playing a very romantic song of rest while we're sitting here.
Ooh.
I look at him and I go, "Can I ask you a question, if you don't mind?"
Yes, that's why, of course, we're here to exchange information.
Yeah. He goes like this, and I was like, "Are you evil?
Pardon?
Are you evil?" An insight check on him as I say that.
He says,
Is he evil?
Well, he says evil is a interesting turn of phrase. No,
He's super evil, yeah.
I'm not evil.
Can I do an insight check? Is he lying about not being evil?
You may make an insight check. And Puddles
Okay.
begins playing romantic music.
As I ask him if he's evil, that's amazing. That's a 16.
He doesn't seem to he doesn't seem to be evil or malicious.
I don't trust it, but okay.
Then why
He's
make
not
the
evil.
insight
Oh,
check?
solo me.
I just stare at him. I don't say any other word to him. I just
Yeah, I know, but it's always ironic when people make insight checks for like, do I trust him? Insight check. You roll a 50. He seems trustworthy. Nah, I don't trust him. Why do you roll? All right.
Puddles is
Yeah.
Puddles is gonna be
Somebody's
looking
jealous. I think
between-
that's what's happening.
No.
Puddles is gonna be looking between
No.
Sorrel and the commander while playing, like, gently playing the banjo and singing. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
How vulgar.
Oh, beautiful.
That's you know.
Talking about coffee.
He's as refined as Puddle
Coffee.
gets, and that's amazing.
Yeah, no, that's
So
no,
I'm trying to
that's just
pretend
what he
she's
says.
not with everyone else.
I also
When
didn't
lively
realize.
gives you puddles.
All right,
So I
there
was
we
like,
go.
I didn't come with these guys.
Good. All right. So he says, to answer your question, why we are gathering more resources, it is because the Kashinians are preparing themselves. We have recently had a few successful campaigns along the strait between us and the Kashinian naval forces. With the ceasefire as a guise to respect our wishes of mourning for the good king, rest his soul, they're using the opportunity to rebuild their forces. Should we sit here and allow them to do so, we put ourselves at great risk. Wilderan itself would be imperiled from invasion. So we are doing what we can in order to prepare. We then received word that the mammoths had attacked from the north. And, well, to be frank, the mission has changed. While before it was about keeping our nation safe, we now realize that we cannot protect Wilderan and its people from both the north and the south. We must take the shores of Kashinia so that we may evacuate the refugees to safety in time as we can drive the mammoths from our lands. The Kashinians will not accept this, so we need to ensure that when we take the coast, we must take it with as much force as possible. Weapons, ships, and other vehicles able to be used for our advantage is going to be imperative in the days to come.
Right, so we got invaded, and you think the best way to handle that is to go invade somebody else?
Yeah, that does sound kind of weird.
I got lost when he started talking about like the war.
Well,
So
allow me to put it
You're-
this way. Currently, many of the refugees are currently on ships guarded by many of my patrolmen. The naval vessels that we have spread thinly already have been reduced even further to protect these ships. Currently, there are upwards of 7,000 civilians floating offshore with nowhere to land that is safe. What would you propose we do?
swim and grab them. I mean, come on, man. Like,
What?
right? They're floating in the water, right? So you need to swim.
Oh, that I think they're
I think they mean on the
ships.
ships. Mm.
Well, if they have ships, you can swim to the ships then, right? Or do you not know how to swim? Inside check, no, just kidding. I don't decide that. I know he can't swim.
He looks at you and says, "Are you sure you're not evil?"
Can I inside check myself? To see if I'm not...
But wouldn't this cause an even bigger problem, really? I mean, if you're trying to, well,
You're evil.
Wow. And I go,
I-
I realize that I'm evil, and I go, no, I'm not evil. Why do you ask? Why do you care so
Right.
much about it?
but in trying to
Oh,
do
okay.
this, you're basically starting an extra war. And
We
then
are already
you're
at
start-
war.
Oh, yes, but wasn't there like a ceasefire for the time?
Peace is quiet until one of the enemies make their first move. All we are doing is making a move that we have been forced to due to the...
Right. Well, a little bit from our side is that I'm not sure anybody knows who the real enemy is. I didn't think anyone's really fighting the real enemy here. Things are worse than the mammoths and the Kashinians, And that's what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. And what exactly does this entail?
Well, for
got a
starters, we
vision.
need to find a new king.
Hmm.
Right. What was
Well,
that owls? The Striga, you see. The
Also, we need to
sent
go-
us on a
as soon as you say that, you notice that his ears sort of twitch, and he says, "You've seen the Striga."
Aye,
right.
and they're very scary. The heads go all the way around. Oh no.
Yeah, they are assholes too. Like for real.
Why
They look
Sorry
Yeah.
for the language.
But they're very good at what they do, and they showed us.
Are they
some-
though? What do they do actually? That's
They're-
something I.
They are
They gave us
prophets,
a vision.
and
They're
our
Oh,
guest
yeah.
and our guest from the north should probably keep his tongue to himself in regards to the Striga. There are many who revere them here.
Oh me.
There are many who revere them here as deities. Their insight is
I
not.
look him in the eye and I go, they showed me a vision of my friend, feral, like fully feral. So I do apologize if I do not like thinking about them. Okay. Also, they had bones of like people, so I do not appreciate that either.
You were granted a vision by the Striga. Then
I
indeed,
can see all myself. They
That's-
didn't grant me any vision at all. I can see. I don't. You know what? I shouldn't be talking. You know, and I look at the rest. I should not
he
be talking.
he basically realizes that Fennick is just gibbering at this point, and he
Yeah.
he basically he turns to Mocha and Sorrel, who seem to be the most focused of the individuals in terms of this conversation.
My character is so dumb, dude.
He says, "The Striga are revered as gods here, and their visions are not to be taken lightly. The reason they have isolated themselves is because of the accuracy of what they show people, of what they show others. These are no mere predictions or cold readings or soothsayings. The word of the Striga is fact. If they have told you, if they have shown you something, then there is, of course, a greater destiny for you. And while I may originally have thought you to be, and apologize, bumbling travelers, it seems as though there is... It seems as though there is something greater at play here.
Aye,
Now-
the mammoths didn't attack unprovoked either. Something drove us to war, and it may be the same things, doing the same with the Kashinians, perhaps. Somebody's, well, playing games with us, if I have to be precise.
Now, Fennick, you are a very wise individual, so I'm going to give you this just because your character is very wise. Now, you have received a vision from the Striga about your family, back at home, being turned feral. You have then followed destiny through the winds of change, or should I say the winds of Wilderan, to a place filled with people who are constantly battling between going feral and regaining their sentience. There might be some information here that may help you on your way to returning your family to normal, should you pull the right threads or ask the right questions.
I look at him, and for the first time, I apologize to someone. I go, look, I'm sorry. I thought you were evil, and I said bad things about you on your back while we were walking. Okay, I gave you the death eyes a few times. I'm sorry for that. Okay,
He's going to
I don't know if you
elbow
noticed at all.
Fennick
Yeah.
halfway through
Anyways,
that.
yeah. Sorry. The thing is, right? People are going feral, like for real feral, like no going back feral, and we want to know because, as we saw just now, you guys have been dealing with this for a long time, right? I can tell that this is something that weighs heavy on you. I saw the reaction, the twitch in your ears when I mentioned feral. So there it is again. So, would you know what kind of connection there is between going feral and what brings you back? Is it something cultural, biological? Is it the same for everybody, or is it different depending on like where you're from.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, come on. Really?
Can I give Fennick my
But
natural?
we have a +10, don't we? Who got the +10 to
Oh,
the
that's
group-
right.
The group got the +10. The group got the +10.
Persuasion?
We might as well use that
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
And I'm gonna use the advantage of the because I have
Right, we got a
minus
+10. We got a +10 earlier awarded.
23. Well, 22 because I have
Hey!
minus 1.
All right, very nice. Okay, so
Good thing because I got a 5. So
World
all right,
performance.
so
and I'm like this and on my knees. I'm like, please, dude, please
Assume it's the same.
give me the info. Yeah.
he
Like,
gestures
give me
to
the puppy eyes.
he gestures to a nearby guard, and they close the doors to the hall.
I don't say this, but I'm thinking we're gonna get super murdered right now. You know too much.
He walks over to the curtain and closes these massive curtains to the room and says, "What I'm about to tell you is a closely guarded secret. It is something that no organization outside of the Knoll know, except for the Lion's family. If it weren't for the fact that I am among those who revere the Striga, I would not share this information. And it seems as though you are in earnest seeking a truth. And you are right. We, the Knoll, have battled with our monstrous side for many, many years, and we do not wish to see others suffer the same fate that we did. It was indeed the Lions who helped us drive off the madness and pull ourselves from the darkness within our own savagery. But most assume that the Knoll shed the blood of the hyena, much as everyone who resides in Wilderan shares the blood of some form of natural kin born of Gidnera. This, however, is not true. The Knoll are not born of the Hyenodon, or of Gidnera. The Knoll were born of the Tarask, born of a monster. Like the orcs, the giants, and other creatures which are filled with the rage and hate of the mighty beast, the Knoll are not animal folk. It was King Lions the First who bestowed the first name upon the Knoll and removed this curse and gave us a way to harness it, but even then it was always within us. It is said that that same anger and hatred resides within all races. It is said that that bestial and primal nature resides even stronger among those of Wilderan. It is why the mammoths refuse to become civilized, why they retreat to the wilds. It is why the Kashinians draw upon their magic, but use it for power and conquest instead of benevolence. It is said that it is simply the nature of Wilderan and the nature of its inhabitants. There was talk many years ago of the Knolls finally being rid of the curse, and a man by the name of... I've got to say this Egyptian word. Iran no Hyometep. And I'm going to write this in chat.
Taking
Iran
notes.
no Tep. That is the name. This individual, Iran, discovered a way to remove that darkness from the Knoll. But this was a pipe dream. All he did was distill the rage and hatred within the Knoll people and turned it into a weapon. We found out too late, and the Kashinians were the first victims. A boat of savage monsters, unlike any we had ever seen. I was but a boy. My father, he sank that ship, scuttled it to the deep. because he
Whoa.
feared what would happen if they ever reached land. Last I heard, Aaron was captured and sequestered away in the far reaches of... I should know my own world. The Lamented Woods.
Would we know where that is? Would they know where that is?
You wouldn't know Fennick, but the others, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Across the Wilderan plains lies the Lamented Woods, home of the Serpent Folk. It is a place filled with magic, as it is also the coast that shares the nearest sea to the Elven lands. So it is very rich in magic, and the Serpent Folk use it quite frequently. That's why most of them are sorcerers, wizards, and warlocks. Now the commander sort of says to you, if this has gotten out once more and has caused this to spread to the north, then I can see why the mammoth would attack. But it may not be vengeance that they are after. I can give you the horses you desire. I only ask that if you find any connection to the Knoll, their original heritage, or this dreadful weapon that was created by Aaron, you destroy it. No one should wield this power.
Like your heritage too, or do you want the information of your heritage and destroy the other?
If there's information about the Knolls and their connection to the Tarask, them being monsters and not hyena people. Because that's pretty much all of that stuff.
Noted.
We kind of agree to that, and to be fair, I think most of us agree that destroying it's probably a good idea anyway. Could you give us a wee bit of time? Do what you can to keep the people floating on the ships alive and with food, and no invade until we can maybe fix this a different way. I'm not asking you to wait forever, but a week or two maybe.
A week or two would be far too long. We do not have the resources and supplies to keep people out at sea, especially with the farmlands being among the first areas that were attacked.
How long do we think it would take to get to this spring?
To get to the Lamented Woods would take you about 2 days by horse.
We're not supposed to be going to a spring.
Oh yes, you're going to the spring.
Yeah. To find a new king.
Echo Spring is... Actually, Echo Spring is just behind the keep. So it's like a few hours away from where you are currently.
Right, well, what's the longest you can keep them
3 days.
Right, well, give us 3 days. And if we haven't done anything by then, well, you do what you think you need to, I suppose. I mean, it's not like we could really stop you, but...
He ponders for a moment, and he says, I'll need some time to consider your proposal.
Do you hear that? She's proposing. Sorrel's proposing. And Puddles will go back to playing their music.
You mentioned this weapon, actually. Was there anything more you knew about it, even vaguely, besides what you told us? Like what kind of weapon?
It is an arrowhead, a toxin that would otherwise inject the victim with very diluted Knoll blood, separating that element of monsters that makes them akin to their bestial kin, the Tarask.
Yeah, Mocha's gonna look back to the... That's what we saw in that vision.
Hey.
Swimming classes. You could give those people swimming classes, and then they can swim towards the coast.
Commander, this weapon is definitely involved. 100%. We saw arrows. You're muted.
You're muted.
Yes, I was quiet to contemplate my thoughts. This is most troubling. Well, if this is part of your vision, then yes, I will give you the 3 days. But in addition, I have another request. You will take Talbot with you as an additional guardsman.
It was nice to us.
Alright, because Sorrel turns to Walker and goes, was he the nasty one or the nice one?
That was the nice one.
Alright, right, okay. Aye.
Yes. Captain Talbot is one of my most decorated officers, and I'm sure he would like to extend his gratitude for your candor during the unpleasantness. He will also provide you with ample ability to help protect you during your travels. Not that I think that you'll need it, but, well, I wish I could simply do more.
He's a good fighter.
I have a
As Mocha
question.
slightly holds her side, like where she got stabbed.
And he bites real strong.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
In the event that he, I don't know, starts cackling wildly and attacking again for some random reason that we have no idea why,
Well,
is there anything that you could suggest that we do to, like, maybe prevent him from harming my best friend or anyone else in our family?
of course. He sort of reaches into his pocket and pulls out a very thin tin whistle. He places it on the table and says, "On occasion, the Tarask's blood within us does stir and quite often makes us susceptible to influences of emotional change or rage, anything that destabilizes the mind. Normally, when we are at sea, we wear protective armors and enchantments that protect us from such magics. There are very few that have this ability or this knowledge, but given that you are heading into the Lamenting Woods, and there are, of course, an abundance of spellcasters there, I don't see any harm in presenting you with one of these. There is no situation in which one of the gnolls should be berserk. So having you with this ability is a great responsibility. Be aware that we do not wish for our enemies to have this as well, for it causes great pain and discomfort to any gnoll who listens to it."
Oof.
We understand. Thank you.
He nods and he says, "Well, if there is nothing further, then please, the horses will be prepped, and in the meantime, rest, heal up, and we shall stock you with food and supplies for your journey."
You could build a bridge, like a really long bridge that reaches the ship, and they can walk. their way
Elbow.
back.
I'll just
Ow!
start eating.
That's the bite. Ow!
The commander sort of stands and smiles. He's being as respectful as he can. He bows and then leaves the room. You are alone in the gathering chamber, and you have a little bit of time to discuss what you would like to do.
I don't know if I trust him. He didn't have time to try on the hat.
I mean, he didn't look evil, and I didn't feel any evil intentions from him. But I don't know, man. I think it's evil.
Honestly,
he
if I have
didn't-
to be honest with you, the fact he didn't punch you in the face tells me he's a pretty decent guy.
I don't know. I trust more people that would actually punch me in the face when they feel like it instead of not doing it. But I
You
see
don't
your
lean over to
point.
Puddles. You lean over to Puddles and be like, I think Fennick's jealous.
Yeah, I
Whisper.
didn't, what? Because, do you think it's because Sorrel proposed to him already?
Just gives a shrug.
And I go, anyways,
Can
so
I
what do
hold
we
on
do?
to the whistle?
Oh yeah, sure. Here you go.
Mm.
I give it to
At that
them.
point, as Puddles has the whistle, she puts it in her mouth and she goes,
Is
"But I don't have
Is
lips."
it, does it fit in her in their mouth? It's a whistle, but like Puddles is like really
Tiny.
tiny, right? Like, can they?
It'd be like
it
a
like-
okay.
Yeah.
So as someone who has actually played this instrument, there is a thing called a bass recorder, and it's like that big. That would be like her. She would basically need both hands to play the tin flute.
Yeah, but they Puddles. They are a caster, right? Do they need? Does Puddles need a focus for
Puddles'
spells?
focus is their musical instrument. Puddles is a bard.
Yeah. So if
They're-
they have the
they're-
whistle, they couldn't
they're
cast
playing-
spells, right?
If they're playing a musical instrument, that is their focus.
Oh, you could have the whistle as your
It's
musical
an
instrument.
instrument.
That's genius. Puddles should absolutely have the whistle. Yes. And if you ever wanna like skateboard through like a steep hill, you can use the whistle too. Right?
Hmm.
Like it's as big as your body, so you can get on it and like just
Foot
Wheeling.
long?
One of those things like the log just
Is
rolling
it,
down a
is it
hill.
like
Yeah.
a foot and a half long? I mean,
it's just like the whistle.
that
and
big,
Puddles,
but you know, Puddles is
here
like
comes that boy.
flea size.
Up.
The image of Puddles rolling down the
Just-
whistle. with the
Can
hilt
we
of
get
whistle.
character
The
art
artist
of
in
Puddles
Risen
like
Chat.
he's skiing down, snowboarding down a hill with a hat in one hand and blowing bubbles out the other while
Here comes that
snowboarding?
they.
I'm like on this one train with
Here
like
comes Dead
a,
Envy.
a sword in the stone kind of epic saga,
Yeah.
and then we've got skiing Puddles or
I'm sorry,
snowboarding.
my character is so dumb. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's fine. You know what's really weird is I'm worried that I'm the dumb one. Like I'm just sitting here going. If I I'm like at what point or another am I being dumb about this? Like I'm just like have I made this. Like, am I not being smart enough? Have I just made up gobbledygook up until this point? And I'm like, no, wait. So me explaining to Fennick is literally the equivalent of me going, okay, Michael, stop for a moment. You gave them that information. Yep. Okay. Does that connect to here? Okay. Yeah, it does. It does connect to here. All right. Good. Good. Okay. Whoo. Because I run so many games. I get my plots mixed up all the time. Like I think this is like, I mean, Laura plays in literally 2 games involving gnolls in the same day, right? Like, I don't.
I like models, great.
Yeah. But yeah.
All I'll say is, as a DM, you always, no matter, you could give any player all the most whatever, but what looks like a wall, a very brick wall, even after that natural 20 perception check, that natural 20 investigation check. I don't think that's rock. It's probably wet mud, and we could just push through it.
Oh yeah, no. You know what?
I mean,
It
to be
happens.
fair to you, Michael, like D&D players, they will get stuck on like primary
no.
school grade puzzles. So
I
do.
I
They.
took my DM's hat off. I'm just a player.
I get that. I'm just like I'm always so worried. I'm always so self-conscious about that sort of stuff. But no, you guys are doing amazing, and you know what? It's so funny. Like I love the fact that everyone's always smiling and having a good time and stuff. So that's absolutely fantastic. Now, to keep us moving forward, you guys can of course use this time to prepare some stuff, to gather your equipment, and of course to level up to level 4.
Woo!
Oh my god.
Was this fort a place where we could use our orichalcum ingot thingies?
Yes, this place is, of course, a place that will, of course, be able to wield the orichalcum that you got from the mines. So you may also use this to create a magic armor or magic weapon of your choice.
Oh,
Okay,
and is there any
I have an
what?
idea actually.
materials
What
that I can
level?
use Dad's hammer?
Let's go with, you know what? Because we've got, like, what episode is this? We're episode 8 now, right? So it's like 4 episodes left. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you can have a rare magic item made of orichalcum. It does have to be steel.
Ooh.
So it does have to be steel of some kind, so you can't have like a wooden box or something. But if you make a steel magic item, you can do that. If you make a whatever. And there are a number of individuals here that'll do that. So yes, you may have a rare magic item made from the orichalcum, or the equivalent of a rare
Does it
armor
have
or
to
weapon.
be and sorry, I'm getting a little bit more meta here, but does it have to be an already existing like PHP magic item, or can
If
it
you
be
have an idea, throw it my way. I am more than happy to throw in some custom items if
Okay.
you've got some ideas and stuff.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I do have an idea actually.
Yeah. Throw out ideas. I love ideas. But
do.
again, the quintessential part of it is you are using a magical ore to make it. So the predominant thing needs to be magic. So if you've got a magic cape, for example, it's not really going to work if you've got just some magic clasps, right? But if you have, like, say, a metal box that when you open it up creates rays of sunshine or whatever, yes, that makes sense. It's primarily it's the metal object. So that's the only contingent. All right.
I know.
So I can make my rapier extra stabby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
Actually, can I help with that? Because the Dad's hammer.
yeah, absolutely.
We'll talk after.
In fact, I will also add in a couple of extra things that will actually, that's probably how I imagine you will branch from just weapons and armor into other items as well, because you have your dad's hammer and you're helping out.
Yay.
So, with that being said, the rewards are given, the levels and etc., and of course, we now find ourselves panning away from the fortress and heading towards a large and beautiful spring. The water is so still that it is almost like a gaping hole in the earth that reflects the sky, its perfect colors creating almost a pristine view. And kneeling on the banks is a figure, a beautiful, pale-skinned, naked elf, who seems to have her hands clasped almost in prayer. And as she looks deep within the reflective surface of the perfectly still lake, she sees what looks to be an egg. And that is where we're going to leave today's session.